My name is Catrice. This is my first video or my first YouTube video, and I decided now is the time that I need to go ahead and do what I need to do, because tomorrow is trigger day and IUI day. I'm going to be doing a lot of ripping and running tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, today is Tuesday, July 21st or 22nd. Yes. So, I'm so excited. Today is cycle day 13. I am 44 years old. My partner is 45. He just had a birthday, June 26th. Like I said, my name is Catrice. He and I have been dating since 2016, early part of 2016, about April. It didn't become official until June of 2016. We dated, we met at work. I'll get into more of that, but this right now, because the story I'm trying to convey right now is that since I'm just jumping into it, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, can understand what I'm trying to convey or come across or something, because like I said, this is cycle day 14. I really didn't vlog any other days, so this is my first video. This is my first attempt, so please be gentle with me in the comments. If there's any pros, advice that one can send me, I'm open to take it. I'm open to any suggestions. Just leave them down in the comments. First of all, also I like to say like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, this is my first video, so I'm going to be all over the place. But I promise you, the next video, I'm going to have it together. I might have like little side notes or something like that. But it just moved me to make this video today. And what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm Catrice. I probably call my channel Queen H2D, which is my last name. H starts with an H, and it's going to go from an H to a D. So Queen H to Queen D. So H2D. So it might be something like that. I don't know. I'm playing around with the names to legitimize my channel, to see exactly how I want it to go. But like I said, it just moved me to go ahead and start making this video right now, so you guys can come onto this journey starting now. I'm 44 years old, once again. I know I'm late in the very game of trying to conceive. We are not at the point of IVF yet. We're not. He is very adamant that we're going to get pregnant again. And when I say again, we were pregnant in 2017. It just, I don't know. I think that was all him at that point, and it was all lined up. But I think his focus was more of like kids, and which they still are. It's just that now I don't know. It's like we're having some type of difficulty or something trying to conceive. I'm sorry that the camera's going back and forth. I'm using my phone because that's what I have right now. I'm starting out. I'm eyeballing this camera package and everything. So, you know, amidst of saving for this and that and this and that, because like I said, this video is going to be everywhere. But anyways, we got pregnant in 2017, and at that same time, my sister was in the hospital, and she was very, very ill, and unfortunately, she passed. And before she passed, and it was this weekend that I was fertile, and I came up to the hospital, and he was coming to meet me up, to come pick me up and take me out to dinner. And I was going to drive us to dinner. He was paying, of course. His brother was dropping him off because he was with his brother. And so she was like, put lotion on my feet, because I was still, put lotion and stuff on my body and everything. So I did, and I seen how she was, and I didn't like that the nurses, that's a whole nother story. I didn't like how the nurses didn't clean her up properly. And so I washed her legs and her feet, and then I put lotion on them. And then she was like, come on, you're gonna love it, because in 9 months I'm gonna be putting lotion on your feet. And I'm like, girl, whatever. And she's like, for real, 9 months I'm gonna be putting lotion on your feet. You're gonna need me to put lotion on your feet. And I'm like, 9 months? She's like, yeah, 9 months. The baby, you're gonna have a baby. And I'm like, girl, whatever. I'm like, ain't nobody pregnant. I'm like, this is my fertile week. And she's like, yeah, you're pregnant. And shortly after, he came in, and him and his brother came in, and she told my fiance, Al, that you're pregnant. And he was like, I can't have no babies. And I can't carry, I can't have them. And she's like, no, not you. You two as a couple, you're pregnant. And the brother was like, that's all y'all. Because ain't nothing action coming over here. And she was like, I'm serious. And I'm like, yeah, sister, maybe it's the meds. And it didn't dawn on me that some people can see. And she was right. Let's see, March 7th, I found out that I was pregnant. I took a test that weekend, that a weekend later. So that was about like February 24th, 25th, 26th, or 25th, 26th, something at the end of February. And because I think the last day of February felt like on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But that weekend I took a pregnancy test, and I'm like, it ain't nothing, nothing. So that week, me and him, we had lunch together from work, because I usually go and eat lunch with him at work, because his work wasn't that far from mine. And me being a supervisor, I can duck out a little bit and go, and have lunch with him. That day when we had lunch, we was talking and blah, blah, blah. And I came back to work, and he was like, so how do you feel? I'm like, because we were hugging and kissing on each other and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, I think you got me all hot and bothered, because I think I feel something in my panties, and I think my period's coming on early. I think I'm getting my period. I think you got me all worked up, and now my period is coming on. Thank you, because now I got to go to the bathroom and see what that is. So I went to the bathroom, saw spotting. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is that helpful. Excuse my language. And it's TMI. I'm like, oh, yeah, that helpful. And so I put a pad on, went about my rest of my 2 hours at work. Mind you, I come back. I go home. Tension is strained between me and my mom, because that's a whole nother situation. And so, because me and my mom had just gotten into it the day before, and here it is Wednesday that I went to go get us something to eat, and I'm like, wait a minute, Catrice, you have not been to the bathroom in like maybe 4, almost 6 hours, which I haven't, because I went to the hospital to see my sister when I got us something to eat. And I'm like, you ain't had to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, sure, you might need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Plus, I haven't even changed my pad, because I put a pad on early. And when I went to the bathroom, and I used the bathroom, no rush, no, just my body was just like, okay, I'm going to use the bathroom. And looking the pad is empty, completely empty, nothing there. So, I was like, And then I start eating my food. I love jalapeno peppers. So there's something that you're going to learn about me as we journey together. I love jalapeno peppers. I love spicy food. I love them. So I had this pizza calzone, and mine's had the whole works in it, except for black olive. Hate them. And I had jalapeno peppers in there. I was eating, and I'm like, oh, my sandwich is, this calzone, it tastes funny. And I'm like, ugh. So I opened it up, and I bit onto the jalapenos, and I'm like, ugh, they're nasty. Um, so jalapenos nasty. Um, I was like, wait a minute. You know what? I think I'm gonna test in the morning. That Thursday morning, I test, and I could have screamed in the bathroom. It was positive, and I was like, what? And it was one of those Clear Blue Easy tests at the time where it told you how many weeks along you were. Mine was positive 2 to 3 weeks. So I took it. I was like, oh my God, how did I go to sleep? And I told him, by this time my sister was in a coma. And I'm running ragged. I really am. That's my baby sister. That's me and her like this. We thick as thieves. And I'm sorry that I'm sweating. It's hot in this house. And I had left my fan in my room. If you can hear like a slight blowing, some kind of muffled noise, that's the fan, and it's in the other room. Anyways, so I did that. I took that test, and I was like, oh my God, and I had to go to sleep with that. Like, I had 2 hours to wake up. Who could sleep for 2 hours? So I get dressed, go to work. At this time, I'm riding with a coworker, and I'm like, mom's the word. I can't say anything to her yet. And then so I get to work. He calls me every morning and says, hey, beautiful, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm all right. And I'm like, and this is how I told him, you know how it's Christmas, like, you know what, you overhear mom and dad talking about what your brother is getting for Christmas, and now you know what he's getting, and you want to tell him what he's getting, but if you tell him, then the excitement that you really wanted, that was supposed to have gotten from that, because that's not the way I want to deliver, but I couldn't keep it in, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I told him, and he's like, well, tell me. And I took a picture. I said, how about if I take a picture and send it to you? And so he's like, okay. So I took a picture and I sent it to him. And he's like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, I knew it. I knew you were pregnant. Go on with that. Oh, I might as well make this video that video. So I go on, and my sister, that's on March the 9th, when I found out I'm pregnant, told him I'm pregnant. I have car trouble. Oh yeah, I wasn't riding with a coworker. I was driving myself. I'm gonna take that back. I have car trouble that day. Him and his brother came and got me, and then I was supposed to go to the hospital, but I couldn't go to the hospital because I had car trouble. And I went to Walmart to go see my bestie at the time, and tell her, because I couldn't keep it. You know, me and her's been friends ever since elementary, so I couldn't keep it from her. So she worked at Walmart, and I went to go tell her, and she was excited and everything like that. March 9th, the guy comes over to put my battery in the car because I need a new battery. I went and bought a battery, and then the guy came over a few hours to put it in. My mom was like, you need to hurry up and get here now, because they're saying that the medicine, this last string of medicine, is not working. And so you need to get here now. And I'm like, okay. So the guy had already put everything in. Now we're running to the hospital. And a few hours in, my sister doesn't make it. She unfortunately passes on March the 10th. And as she's taking her final breaths, I'm talking to her in her ear. And I'm like, you were right. Thank you for seeing what I didn't see. And then that next week, trying to plan her, that's when my car went down that weekend. Trying to plan a ride to work, plan her services, trying to execute her children to get here. It was a lot, and it took a lot on me. I went to my doctor's appointment They confirmed that I was pregnant, but they couldn't do the ultrasound yet. They had to wait another 2 weeks to do the ultrasound. We did another 2 weeks of ultrasound. Waited the 2 weeks. Went in for my ultrasound. They couldn't see anything. How devastated I was. And it was like, maybe might be a little too early. You might be earlier than we think. So they waited another week and a half and brought me in for blood work or an ultrasound. Still nothing. Then here comes the talk. Here comes the talk. We might have to, because we don't see the numbers going up. They're not stable. So you might need to consider a DNC, or we can do the shot and methotrexate, something. I can't remember the name of the shot. They gave it to me. That's the shot. We went with the shot. And I didn't think that my body would discard the way it discarded. And I kicked myself for it because I was like, maybe I was just way too early. And that Clipper Easy test was saying it was 2 to 3 weeks, when actually I might have been just brand new pregnant. But like I said, they said they was looking at the blood work, and to me, I felt like I was rushed, I was pushed. They wasn't trying to take their time for me. I'm trying to talk to the doctor, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. I just didn't feel it. So I was recommended that doctor. I recommended another doctor that I'm currently with now. And as soon as he walked through the door, I was like, that's my doctor. He was like, hey girl. I'm like, that's my doctor. And so he's doing my IUI tomorrow. And a friend of mine is doing, she's a nurse. She's doing my shot. So I might try to see if I can sneak the camera in, because we're going for an ultrasound tomorrow as well. Tomorrow at 10:30 we have an ultrasound. So I might try to sneak the camera in and see what we can see and see what they say. But this video is getting long. I don't really want to chop this video off. Like I said, this video is all over the place. This is going to be my first video. I'm going to label this as my first video. Ever since we had that miscarriage in 2017, we've been trying to conceive. But we wasn't really trying to conceive like we are now. We were like, oh, if it happens, it happens. And although we were sexually active with each other, we were still running 2 households and 2 jobs. So where I started pulling this way, he was going this way, but we were still together. There was no cheating. There was no nothing. It's just that 2017, we were going through a lot, because I was still going through the issues of my sister passing, losing the baby. Me and my mom was at each other's throat, or mainly at mine. And because I was getting, the blame game got put on me. It was just a lot. But at the end of 2017, December, when I got sick, I came down with the flu. We was like, look, that's it. We're going to try to work our way on trying to do what we can do to get pregnant, monitor your cycles to see where we're at. And so that's what I did. I took a few months off to monitor my cycles to make sure they were, on par and everything like that. And then we really became, and then it was finances, because it was like one thing was one thing and then another was another. His job, my job was okay, but his job was playing. They were sending him this and that way. We didn't know which way he was going. So it was just a lot. So 2019, summer of 2019 is when we buckled ourselves down to commit to having our first child together, or children, because I talked him into one, y'all, but I threw in 2. And he's game. And even with our age, and a lot of people say, "Well, oh, damn, they're old," and I'm probably gonna have some comments in the bottom saying, "Oh, you're too old," or blah blah blah. Nobody's too old with the grace of God. With God's blessing, you're never too old. And so, with that, 2017, 2019, we became right on it. We didn't get pregnant. We was trying without medical, like, medicine or anything. But then in January, because my cycle took a turn, it came on a whole week early in December of 2019. And then in January of 2020, we went, it was a full commitment with the doctor. She prescribed us with, and I went with one doctor to get to the other doctor. Prescribed us with Clomid, put me on iron pills, vitamin D, all that whatnot, make sure everything is good. Also, she said that my prolactin seemed a little high. And so they was monitoring that, and I finally went in for a whole blood work in February, I think it was. Or was it March? Right before, or was it February? It was end of February or beginning of March that I went to a endocrinologist. Not a reproductive endocrinologist, but an endocrinologist. And so she verified my prolactin levels were high. She did a full panel on me. When I say they took a lot of blood, they took a lot of blood. And so they did that, and they came back and told me, and it was like, if you're trying, now it's time to try. And I said, as long as I have doctors who believe in me, who's willing to fight with me to get to this level where we want to be. I know I'm old, or not old. I know my age is up there, and with my age being up there, majority of doctors would say IVF, go straight to IVF, skip this, skip that. But if you're not at the point of IVF yet, then IUI. And so now and then COVID came and shut a lot of stuff down, pushed a lot of stuff back. I know there were some ladies that couldn't get theirs done, and I wasn't at that stage yet, but now I'm at that stage, and I'm blessed that I'm grateful that they have lifted some of the limitations on procedures that can and cannot be done, so I can get this IUI. And so tomorrow is my first IUI, and I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm sorry that this video is all over the place. My next video that I'm going to do right behind this one, because you might see two released right behind each other, is that I'm going to be showing you my ovulation test strips and where I'm at, because I think that my level, that I might, my test might go dark tonight, because, okay, I'm just gonna show you. This is this morning. This is this morning at 8. If I can get the lighten up. See, that's how it is. This is the test line, that's the control line. Well, control line, test line. And you see that? Almost there. And if I go show you the one I just did, I'm going to be there before the night's over with. So tomorrow we're going to be running. I told him to get his tennis shoes because he loves his Nike. His slogan is, just do it. Put on your Nikes and just do it. So I told him, babe, put on your Nikes, because tomorrow it's time to just do it. It's time to get in the game and go with the flow. But like I said, I'm sorry that this video was all over the place, because this is not how I wanted my first video to go. But maybe in the next few videos, I will get everything organized. I would have a better background, or maybe I would move this dead plant that's been dead. It's been dead. I haven't went to Lowe's or Home Depot, because I only mainly try to go out if we need to go to the doctor's office for anything. we have to go grocery shopping. We have to do any type of errands that need to be done with bills or anything like that. Or we have been out on date night. We have. But we only been to one restaurant sitting in, that's Outback. We've been twice. And I think he's not going to go back the second time. But anyway, like I said, this video is getting too long. My name is Catrice. Like I said, please comment, like, and subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell as well when you see it, when I get this video published and released up there in the forum, because I'm nervous and I'm just going to go with it raw. And I'm not going to edit this video. I'm going to look into how to edit maybe the second video, because that one I'm going to be adding in pictures and stuff into that one so you can see. Or I might just flip the camera around. But I really wish that I had a camera for you guys, so you guys can see me actually log in my test strip on my phone. But since I'm using my phone as my recording device, I'm not going to be able to do so. So thank you. I hope this wasn't too much, and I hope it wasn't too long, but this was just the introduction, a small one, because there's a lot, like, there's many stories I can tell, regardless, with me, myself, my journey to finding love, my journey to become a mother. We're also trying to get her place moved in, because I have boxes upon boxes thrown out throughout this house. I'm currently in my mom's house, getting my stuff out of here to our house. And so yeah, it's a lot. And I can tell you, like, I can go dive into where I said that me and my mom was having issues at that time. It's just a lot of things I can share with you guys. It's probably going to be like a motherhood journey, life journey type of vlog that I do with you guys. And my main one is my journey to motherhood, because that is something that I absolutely love. And I've been buying clothes, so I have a little haul I can show y'all later on for, like, when we do. And I do that because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel I guess optimistic that if you keep thinking, you will be. And I know we will be. And I love his thoughts on it as well, because he's like, you got pregnant once, you're going to get pregnant again. And who knows, if you get pregnant this time and we have that baby, and then when we have that baby, you're going to get pregnant probably just like that. He said, because that's how it happened with my sister. She couldn't get pregnant for the longest, and then when she did, she popped out 5. So I'm like, we 44, 45. I'm not trying to pop out 5. I'm just trying to pop out 2. Girl and the boy. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Just please jot down something, words of encouragement, tips. Please be nice. Please don't drag or hate, because we don't have time for that. We really don't. So thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.